Fine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with Tami. Tami and I met on the Women's Entrepreneur Network, which is a beautiful group. Everyone I've met on that group has been just so beautiful and inspiring. So I'm super happy to get to know you better today, Tami. So please introduce yourself and tell everyone what is it that you do? How do you shed your light in the world?
So I'm Tami Goulet. I am from Ottawa, Canada, and I am the CEO and founder of Speak Your Soul Magics. And I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur, I have to say, because I have a medical physical shop here in Ottawa that sells crystals and unique gifts
Nice.
and also hosts workshops, and I do card readings, so I'm a psychic medium as well. But I think my strongest passion right now is to help the woman or women who have left a toxic situation,
Mhm.
right? And they've left it and they think that they should be happy, they should be further along, right? And they've
Mhm.
done the hard work. But I now help them with the second half of leaving, which is where they still need to uncover and basically take off the layers and the roles and everything
Mhm.
that you've developed because you had to survive a toxic situation.
Yeah, so difficult for sure. What inspired you to do that type of work?
My own experience, I've lived it
Mm.
and walked it. I have been in situations, both work and marriage, where I've had to shrink myself and hide my light and become someone I'm not in order to keep the peace or make others
Mm.
happy. And I realized that there were times afterwards that I was holding the remote control. It was my remote control now. The TV was mine, but I was still watching the same shows that he used to choose to watch. And it's like, why am I doing this? I can do what I want. But the
Mm.
realization was I had spent so long unlearning things I wanted that I no longer knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, and it happens to women a lot because we become the mother, the caretaker, the cook, the chef,
Hmm.
the taxi driver, so many other things that we often lose ourselves in the roles we play. Add in a
Yeah.
toxic relationship and you doubly lose who you are because your voice gets muted and you start to second guess and question yourself. So I'm here to basically help women get their voices back and be heard and
Mm.
understood after they've had to lose themselves.
That's beautiful work, and I'm sorry you've had to experience it to find your path, but it sounds like you're really passionate about it, and it's really beautiful what you're doing. What are some of the ways that you're doing that for women? Like when they work with you, what's it like?
So I have two sides to me. I am very, very nurturing and loving and caring and will be your strongest cheerleader and your strongest motivator. But I also have the ability to see patterns that have repeated themselves that are showing up in different
Mm.
aspects of somebody's life. But I'm also very much tough love. If you need to have a mirror held up to you and said,
Mm-hmm.
do you really see what you're doing here? Do you understand why people are responding because of what you're doing?
Mm.
I will do it because it's the only way we're going to learn. I'm very nice about it unless I have to be like, you're doing it again. You're giving over when you should be
Yeah.
giving to yourself first.
And that's the biggest fear, isn't it? Once that behavior and pattern is learned, it's repeated. And
Absolutely.
that's just such an upsetting reality. And so they can come to you to really break out that mold and redefine and rediscover.
My tagline is live from your soul, not from your shoulds.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, I get full body chills every time I say it. And it's we women especially, some men, I'm not denying that at all,
Mm-hmm.
but some
Mm-hmm.
women especially allow the opinions of others or societal norms and expectations to impact us. We
Yeah,
take it to heart, we embrace it as ours, when in reality it's not. And I help uncover why it's not and how to move forward differently.
absolutely. Yeah, I was reading research from Stanford University not too long ago that explained that women living alone experienced a lot less stress than women living in cohabitation situation because as females, it's our den, right? And everything that comes in, all these stressors are being absorbed by the alpha of the house. And a lot of people think that's the male, but it's very rarely the case. Usually, the woman kind of rules the house. And like you said, some men do, and then they feel those stressors, but they're absorbed. And so the rest of the family gets to live very carefree. And then the, mother or motherly figure of the house gets all of the stressors absorbed and has all these chronic pain, depression, anxiety, all of these issues that go along with it. So
Exactly.
what sort of modalities do you use? You're in Ottawa, so if somebody's in Ottawa, they can reach out. But what about everybody else that's watching us all over the world?
Everybody else I do online. Energy is
Hmm.
energy, right? So
Mm,
I can tap into someone's energy who's halfway around the world or who's right beside me.
yes.
And the way I work and the modalities I work in is I am guided and follow the energy. So
Mm,
each person is unique. So I can tell you that, you're going to come to me and you're going to be struggling with repeating patterns or limiting beliefs or just going, I'm not happy and I don't know why. But I
hmm.
can promise you that by the end of working with me, you are going to know who you are and where you're going and why. And 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 you're going to be able to stand in the whole, no, I don't want to do that, and be okay with it.
That's beautiful. That's just a life skill, right? It should be taught in the schools and the classes instead of learning all these things that we never use. I know some of it we use, but
I know, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's fascinating how many women over the age of 40, 50, this sort of suddenly look around and go, really?
mm,
This
hmm.
is all there is? No, I'm like, I want more. And it's often those
Yeah,
are the type of women I come work that who work with me. So
that's so beautiful. Anything else you want to share with everyone watching?
I have a book that I put out called Whole All Along. I wish I had a copy of it beside me, but I don't because I just lent it to somebody. But it's the belief that you're not broken. You've always been
Mm,
whole. You just need to remember that you've always been whole and pull away all of the beliefs that have come up and you've been
mm,
taught through society or through watching your parents or your grandparents or your friends or whatever, or school. Um, and coming home to that because we're all unique, we're all different, and we all have the right to live from our soul.
mm. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Your book, is it on Amazon? How do people get it?
It's on Amazon. I'm also, they can reach out to me because I have a special funnel going on for those who like to read ebooks where you
Great.
get an ebook and bonuses for only $7, or you can buy it on Amazon and it's any of the Amazons it's on.
Amazing. Well, we'll have to make sure that we have your links in the comments so it's easy for people to find you. I want to invite everyone to connect with you. as a friend, as a leader, as a guide, any way that it makes sense for them, because I know I feel like I've benefited a lot today from this conversation, and I'm sure that everyone watching will feel the same way.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. And yes, anytime you want me
Thank
back,
you
I'm
for
coming
being
back.
here. And yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I hope we'll see you back soon at our events. We'll have a speed healing event at the end of the month. So I'm hoping that you can attend that and showcase your talents. And so, yes, so everyone watching, reach out to Tami, make a friend, and discover an amazing person. And I think the work that you're doing is beautiful and very inspiring. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here.